Welcome, 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 welcome. Waiting on my brother to get on. Keith, can you see it? He ain't on yet. Well, yeah, Keith, you watching? The only person in the room is me. What's good, Antonio? How you doing this morning, man? I'm waiting on my brother Keith to come on. Keith, where you at, Keith? How you doing this morning, man? I'm doing all right, and you? I'm waiting on my brother Keith to come on. Yeah, man. Where you at, Keith? You know, and people don't think we ain't doing it with love, man. Nobody don't want to see nobody keep on going in the same direction that ain't going nowhere. Yeah, man. You know, and people don't think we ain't doing it with love, man. All right, Keith. Nobody want to see nobody going in the same direction that ain't going nowhere. I know that's right. All you gotta do is click the link. You should be able to join. All you gotta do is click the link. You should be able to join. I'm live right now, Keith. You can't see me? Keith, I'm already live. I'm waiting on you. Cut his echo off. I got you, Antonio. I got you, Antonio. I'm sending you the link. Man, every brother out here spitting knowledge, trying to wake people up. I'm gonna send it to your messenger. Yeah, I'm just waiting on everybody to join in. I know I'm doing it right. What's up, my brother?
Good, yo.
Yeah, doing good, doing good. So I don't know what Keith can't get on for some reason.
I see you dropping gems on the book.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of people putting Kemet down like it's just a modern day Egypt that the white man took over and talking about they was our enemy in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who
man,
said,
you got to be the most ridiculous people in the world.
he said what again?
Egypt is demonic. Like they don't think everything, and Egypt just the name the Greeks gave it, but that's not the original name.
Yeah, definitely.
So they don't give. We're talking about Kemet. That's our spirituality. That's our lifestyle. That's where we come from. That's what
Hey,
we taught.
I break it down simple, bro. I break it down like this. If I want to become a better basketball player, I want to. You study the best basketball player. If you want to become a martial artist, you study the best martial artist.
Right.
Now, if you become a better human being, you study Kemet.
Exactly.
Because Kemet is the most written about, and they've reached a certain level of intelligence that no other civilization has ever ever reached. So that's why we study Kemet. So it's not an emotional issue. It's just something that it makes the most sense.
I don't know why he's trying to call me on Messenger, and I know I'm live.
Calm down.
All right. I gotta do two. Now, Key, I'm already live, but I gotta get you on the. You know what? I can share the screen to you.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share the screen with you, Stovall.
Okay. I'm sorry.
There you go. Yeah, I can see you.
Every time I tried to call you, it failed. I don't know why.
Hey, listen, hey, Keith. Now, even though you talking to me on Messenger, you on live.
Yeah, I know. That's all good. It's all good. Hold on, let me get my other device so I can see.
We gonna give you the flow. I see you got the black Jesus back there. You see him with the black false god back there. I see you, boy. That man ain't. Hey, that ain't nothing but a picture. Hey, that ain't nothing but a picture of a black man that look like white Jesus. Yeah, I'm live. You live. Yep.
What's up, Mr. Stovall? God bless you, sir.
Can you hear him?
Huh?
Antonio, can you hear him?
Okay, yeah, I'm on your page now. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear him. But I'm gonna put my phone on mute.
Hold on. Before we get started.
All right, Tony. I'm gonna give him the flow. I'm gonna let him do what he gonna do.
No. I would prefer, if you don't mind, I allow you to go first. But I just want to do some housekeeping and state some ground rules so we have understanding, so that if people watching.
Hey, hold on. Can I say this, Brother Keith?
Yeah,
listen. It don't make no difference what you say, how you say it. I want you to speak your piece. It ain't no. I'm gonna give you the flow. Now, only thing that I ask, if you want to, we can go in and say points. Like if you want to discuss one thing and not go all over the board, we can do that. And then we give each other the respect on the floor, no interruptions,
right,
and the respect to listen to what the other person has to say.
Right. That's what's up. That's fair.
Okay.
That's part of the housekeeping.
Okay.
But this is the thing too. This is the thing too, because I just want to ensure that we're on the same page and agreeing with the purpose of this plug. And basically, from my understanding and interpretation, you believe and say that you can prove that God the Father, the Creator, the one and only true God, instructed and gave and was in the presence of and provided the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and everything else to and for Horus and the ancient Kemetic Egyptians to build pyramids and do what they did and everything else, right? Is that fair? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, can I say something? Now, hold on. Can I say this? Now, that was an extremely long explanation of what we supposed to be doing, because now the way you put that, was crazy. I mean, look here.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's establish this. Now, your point is that you believe that the Bible is the written word of God, that Jesus is Lord and Jesus is God in the flesh, and that everything in the Bible is true.
Yeah, I do believe all that, but that's not.
Hold on, stop. Because we don't want to go all over the place. Your points are. No, wait a minute. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to figure out. Because this ain't a right and wrong discussion. It's either true or it's not true.
Brother Damon.
Yes, sir.
What you saying is right as that, bro. What you the way you laying the foundation is right and exact. And I'm just observing. You know what I'm saying? And what you and I'm not picking no sides, but what you saying is right and exact, bro. You want this discussion to get somewhere. You don't want to be talking in circles.
Exactly. So do we got to understand and keep?
But the understanding is that Jordan put out a post.
Hold on, stop. We're not worrying about Jordan. Listen. Hold on, wait a minute. Now you got on the post and you gave 3 of us a challenge. And you said if any one of y'all 3 can prove whatever y'all say to be facts.
No, it wasn't whatever y'all say. My challenge.
I'm talking about what we believe in.
Hold on. My challenge, and I could go back and pull up the comments. My challenge was to you, Jordan, and Jamari to prove that Satan and the fallen angels did not give the hidden secret knowledge and information to ancient Kemetic Egyptians and Horus. To prove and show to me in a book or anything that you can find that the ancient Kemetic Egyptians and Horus and all of them did not get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to build pyramids and do the things they did from Satan and the fallen angels. That was my challenge. And I told you. So
you're saying that they did not. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm just trying to get understanding.
Okay.
You're saying that the Kemetics did not get no knowledge from the fallen angels, right?
It froze for some reason.
Can you?
It froze. Are you back? You back? I couldn't hear you. It froze.
Okay. What I said is, you said that the Kemetic people did not receive any knowledge from the fallen angels, right?
No, I'm saying that my challenge to you, to Jamari, yes, touchdown. My challenge to you, to Jamari and Jordan, was to show and prove in a book or anything that the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the ancient Kemetic Egyptians received, Horus and all of them, that they received that from God, the Creator, and not, keyword, not Satan and the fallen angels. And I'm telling you, I can show and prove to you now.
Hold on, wait a minute now. Wait. I agree with you saying if I'm hearing it right. You saying that we received the knowledge directly from God, right?
No, I'm saying.
Now, look here. Now, that's why I don't like talking to you, because I can't get no good, solid point with you. I don't know.
Okay, hear me out. This because of what you guys were, because of my conversation with the 3 of you, because of the comments, I was led to believe that you, as well as Jamari and Jordan, believe and think that God, the Creator, gave the knowledge and the information to the ancient Egyptian Kemetic people. And I'm saying, if you believe and think that God, the Creator of everything, gave the knowledge and information to the Egyptians and Kemetic people, that's false. And I can prove that through the Bible.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay.
The Kemetic people been already highly intelligent. They didn't need no information from God or anybody else to give them the information that they already had because of living, of their intellect. They was already, even to this day, as black folks, we are highly intelligent. We don't need no being in the sky to give us no information when the information is already written in our DNA.
So then does that mean that you believe and think that the Egyptians and Kemetics and Horus were God or are God?
Hold on, but wait a minute. Horus is just a character to explain a story about the sun and the moon. and
Hey,
the way of life.
hey, can I add something right quick, bro?
So since you
Hold
say
on.
you agree,
Mr. Stovall want to say something. Listen to what he had to say.
Hey, we gotta be clear that you gotta understand when you're dealing with ancient Kemet and you're dealing with the Christian or the Christian foundation, you're dealing with two different cultures, right? So what the understanding is the way that the ancient Kemites view God and the way that you view God is two different. It's two different paradigms. So you really can't make the
right?
comparison.
Right? I'm not trying to compare. I'm not, and I understand and know it's different. But all I'm simply saying is, and what I can prove again through Genesis and through the book of Enoch and through the Apocrypha is that Satan and the fallen angels were cast down to the earth. They cohabitated with man, woman, led to Nephilim, giants, hybrid beings, and ultimately these Egyptian gods, if you will, that people want to call label and call them. And in the midst of all that, these fallen angels taught and provided the information and knowledge that we received from God in heaven to
Keith.
To
Keith.
man.
That's white man teaching.
No, well, I'm saying if you believe that with any one of you watching now or that comes in,
Damon, can you ask him what time?
Hold on.
Somewhere throughout history.
Hold on, Keith. Antonio want to ask you a question.
I could take you to the Bible and I could take you to the book of Enoch that's in the Apocrypha that was taken out of the Bible for a reason by the Roman Catholic Church and the prophecy in Christianity, the religion, not the relationship, which I don't follow or subscribe to. And so I can show you from both books and to support exactly what I'm saying. So I'm saying if you or anybody else wants me to believe and think that the Egyptians were gods or a god, or that they just were born with this knowledge to build and do everything they did, and they didn't have to learn it from anything or anybody, show me a book throughout history to prove it. That's all. That's my stand. And I'll wait for that. If you want me to believe and think that the ancient Kemetic Egyptian civilization is full of gods that knew everything.
Hold on. Hey, Keith, you asked the question.
Information or knowledge from anybody. Show me.
Okay. I'm gonna answer your question, but Antonio want to ask a question too.
What time period? Because you gotta understand, the Kemites ruled for thousands and thousands of years. What
they don't believe that. They don't believe that. That's stop.
I believe that. I know that.
Hey,
but I also don't understand.
What time period?
A lot of people. Okay, I'm sorry, Stovall. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm sorry.
So
I apologize. I ain't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Stovall.
So what time period are you talking? What time period is the Bible talking about? Because eventually Egypt had went to a state where things started to become corrupt. But at that earliest phases, but at the beginning of them building a high level civilization, the information that they were sharing with the world was right in his act. But just like anything becomes corrupt over time. So when is the Bible? What time period is the Bible talking about? Is it talking about the first dynasty, second dynasty?
So here's the thing: everything, creation, being, entity, all of that starts with God and starts with God's word, the Bible. So here's what it need be. Here's what I can. Oh, it's cutting out. I can't hear you, Stovall. It's cutting out on my end.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
I can't hear Stovall.
He can hear you.
I want to hear his whole statement before I respond and give a rebuttal. Basically he's trying to ask me if I understand.
All right, this is what he said.
Hold on.
He said, what time period is the Bible speaking of in the time of Egypt, what you're talking about? What time period?
Hold on. Well, I mean, the Bible is a history of man, everything. So if we go back to the beginning, Genesis, from Genesis on, we're dealing with life and creation.
Hey, Keith. Now check this out.
By asking what time period, that's like generic. That's not really.
Hey, Keith.
I mean, what you want, AD or BC?
Hey, Keith. I told you from the beginning that the whole.
Is Is that what
okay.
you want to know?
Let me say this. First of all, when you establish that the Bible, the Mayat, I told him that when you establish the Bible as the book of creation, I already poked holes in your story about the Adam and Eve story. There's no way in hell that God can make man and then create woman. When a woman is creation of all things, everything on this earth came from a woman, first and foremost. Nothing of this world did not come from a woman.
True. That's not true. I can show you in the beginning when God
name me anything that don't have female and male properties that something can be born from.
All right. I'm not trying to get off topic because I knew this was going to happen.
But see, you're not on the topic because what you're saying is this. First of all, the foremost, let me establish something. When you talk about Egypt, Egypt is not, don't even throw Egypt name in it. Go straight to Kemet. Because Egypt is a name that the Greeks gave Kemet after they conquered it. It's not its original name. So when you talk about Kemet, and then when you talk about Horus, now Horus and Horus, Set, as we call him, mystical god that we call him, represents a part of something. Horus represents the sun, the actual sun that warms your body up soon as you walk outside. Set represents the moon. You got to know what these gods meant. And if you want to know about the Bible was created based on the story of Horus about the solar system. Okay. That's why you got, but hold on, let me finish. When you got, say, the Old Testament, you got the 12 tribes of Israel, right? You got 12 months in the year. You got 12 zodiac signs within those months in the year.
Right.
Everything 12 inside the Bible is representing some part of the zodiac system. That's why Jesus had 12 disciples. That's why he had the crown, which the Son of Man, which is actually the sun God. The only God we got is Amun Ra, creator of the sun God. That's what he is. And that's all the Bible depicts of, is talking about stealing stories, plagiarizing it, putting characters to something that a story that was already told. And I'm gonna tell you what Christianity do. It enslaves your mind. It makes you don't want to think. You can't use critical thinking and read the Bible because you're taught not to ask any questions. So for instance, like Adam and Eve, how can God tell them to be fruitful and multiply when they have to have sex with their own people, their own kin, mother and father, sister and brother, and they had to replenish the earth with using the same family member? That's sick.
All right, look. I'm trying to stay on topic of.
We're staying on topic, but when you try to,
we're not.
All right, I'm gonna take, cause know why? Cause you use. Hold on, let me say, you use big words. You want to use all these big old fancy words and talk all around a certain subject, but you're not
talking about anything. My challenge to you, Jamari and Jordan, was to show me in any book throughout history where you can prove that Satan and the fallen angels did not get cast down to the earth and did not cohabitate with women and did not teach and show all of the hidden secret knowledge to man on the earth. That was my simple challenge.
All right. Here's the answer. Hold on.
If now you're saying you agree that God did not teach and train ancient Kemetic and the Egyptians and Horus and them all the hidden secret information and knowledge to do what they did, then either A, you telling me
do what? What did they do?
Either A, you telling me that they are a god or a god, or B, I don't know
Do what? All right, explain to me what you talking about, what we did.
Okay, no, so the building of the pyramids,
okay,
civilizations, all the medicine, science, all of those things. I'm telling you to show and prove to me in any book in history who taught these Egyptians this information and knowledge. Where did they?
Wait a minute, see that? Now, let me ask you a question. Who taught the Europeans how to do it? That's the question you need to ask.
We know that. We know that.
All right. So,
I'm telling you, I want you to show and prove to me that it was God, the creator. And if it wasn't God, show and prove to me who it was. Because earlier, if I understand you, you're telling me that it wasn't God that created. You're telling me they already, so they were born and created with this knowledge. They was out there years ago without tools, without resources, building pyramids, making them perfect, lined up. They was doing all of that, just born on the earth, knowing how to do it. That's what you're telling me. If you're telling me to take you to a book to prove it, that's the whole thing. You can't prove what you're trying to tell me.
Why not?
If you can't take me to a book and prove it.
Open up the encyclopedia.
Damn it.
Open up the encyclopedia. It is. The pyramid stand, right? Go ahead, Antonio.
No, I'm talking about like how I can go to the Bible and it's apocrypha I got right now and read you scriptures. I can read you scriptures to show. I can read you scriptures to show you that Satan and angels were cast down to the earth and they cohabitated with women and then they taught all of the hidden secret.
All right, prove it. Prove it.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah, prove it. Yeah, show it to me. Prove it to me.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Genesis first. Because
remember, I said I don't even know scripture.
Damon, hold on, bro. Hold on.
All right, hold on, Keith.
Hey,
Antonio,
bro, the Bible is not a historical book, so he cannot use the Bible to prove something that's in history. The Bible is not a historical book. We know that.
I know that. I'm telling him to read a history book.
Hey, so check this out. So listen to this.
But show me what books y'all have to prove your stance. So show me.
All right, let Antonio say. Let Antonio talk.
Not pictures, not videos, not words from some random.
Hold on, let Antonio talk.
This would be a book, a scroll, something in recorded history to
prove
what you guys are trying to say.
Can Antonio talk, please?
Study the work of Anthony Browder. Look Anthony Browder up. Also study the Kushite Empire. Study the Nubians. These are civilizations that predate Kemet. What happened was the information was just passed down. And once it got to ancient Kemet, they took the information to another level. So that's how it was passed down. It was passed down throughout history, through these other civilizations that came before Kemet. But Kemet just took it to another level. That's the best way to put it. And again, research Anthony Browder. Research Anthony Browder.
What books you want me to study? Do you have that source in front of you?
Hey, Keith. Hold on, Keith. Listen. Stop. If you listen to what he said, get a paper and pencil.
I heard what he said.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I heard what he said.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Why can't I rebuttal?
Hold on. I'm going to let you rebuttal. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
All I was saying is this. Get a paper and pencil and write down these books he told you to study and then rebuttal. That's all I'm saying.
Why do I have to write it down?
So you can go back and look at it if you're really interested about finding the truth. If you serious, look, if you just here to talk, you just talking. If you really serious about finding the truth, then write the books down.
I'm not just talking. I got my sources right here. Y'all don't want to hear it.
He gave you.
You don't.
Don't say that.
It sound like I heard Antonio say he wanted to hear me prove what I said about Satan and fallen angels cohabitating with women and teaching them the secret knowledge and hidden information.
Hey, Keith.
It sound like I heard Antonio say that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Excuse me for a minute, Keith.
You definitely don't want to hear
Hey, hold on. Stop. We want to hear you, but check it out. You cannot be heard if you still trying to overtalk. We're going to let you be heard. But you got to give other people the same respect. I'm not even debating with you. All I was saying is he gave you proof. He gave you 3 books to study, and you still ain't said nothing.
He gave me 3 books. He gave me, no, I heard him mention a person and 2
He
books.
said study the book. Listen to what he said again. Go ahead, Antonio.
I said Study the civilizations, the Nubians. Study the Cushites. Study those two civilizations. And what you're going to see a correlation between the Nubians, Cushites, and Kemet.
Okay.
Kemet came after the Cushites and the Nubians.
Okay.
The information was just passed down through generation through generation through generation. They reached a certain level of self-mastery, science, mathematics. Also, listen. Research Anthony Browder. Research Infadishi. Research Brother Jabari.
Okay. So you want me to research a man and listen to their interpretation?
Hey, brother. I'm just giving you. Hey, you said you want reference.
Well, I'll be right back.
You said you want a reference. You said you want books. I gave you your reference and your books.
Beyond that, everything that you said, what you started off saying about Kemetic history having roots dating back to Nubian and this, that, and the third, I mean, that's basic knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I know and understand. What I'm propagating and suggesting to you and anyone else that believes in things like me, you know, which is that Christianity is I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to speak on your behalf, because I know how Damon, pretty much know how Damon and Jordan and the other person I tagged you, but I've never talked with you at this capacity or level. But I know a little about you, we interact on Facebook before, whatever. But my whole thing is, my whole thing from the beginning with Damon and Jordan and the other person I tagged was to show me some type of book or source in history confirming where and how the Egyptian Kemetics and any other civilizations and cultures before them obtained the knowledge and the information and the skill set to build pyramids, civilizations, and cultures the way that they did and how they did. And I'm saying, if you can't provide that, you can't go to any book, any person, or whatever to show and prove that information to me, then you either are calling these individuals prior to Kemetic or not God or a God, or B, you're claiming, which is impossible and makes no sense if you believe that God is real and true and created everything and all things. Then B, you're saying that these people had the knowledge and information and skill already. They were basically somehow atom bomb dropped on the earth with the skill set, knowledge, and wisdom and understanding to do and build and teach and create civilization that they did. So you know, either stance that you're taking is foolishness and lies. But either way, I'm just trying to gain some. I'm just wanting some proof throughout history from a book to confirm whatever you believe. Because like I said, and I continue to say, I can go to the Bible, I can go to the Apocrypha, which are books that were taken out of the Bible for a reason by the Roman Catholic Church and Christianity, the religion, and not the relationship. The Christianity that you and others believe was the right man's religion and all the other lies and foolishness about. I can go to both books and support and back up what I'm saying about Satan and fallen angels coming to the earth, cohabitating with women, creating Nephilim giants and other hybrid beings, and those fallen angels teaching these beings and these people the antiquity knowledge to do and build the way they did. I can right now go to both books and show you that. So I'm saying whatever, if any of you disagree or have a different stance to justify and confirm how people and civilization and culture dated to Kemetic and prior built things and did what they did, I'm just simply can't show it to them. Pull out the book and the source. Don't direct me to no video or no pictures or no random person. But there should be a book somewhere in history that you can pull out to show and prove to me how these people obtained the knowledge and information to build and do what they did. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, if I give a reference, it's not just gonna be a random person, bro. It's not gonna be a random person. Like if I give a reference of Anthony Browder, he's not a regular person. If I give a reference of Infadishi, he's not just a regular person. You have to understand when you're talking about God, you're talking about Satan. When you're dealing with Kemetic spirituality, we don't view God and Satan the same way Christians do. We don't view it the same way you do. So it's kind of
how does a Christian? Hold on.
And listen to this right here. Listen to this. The Bible and the other books that you're talking about are not historical books. For one, we know that they're not historical books. They're religious books. We know that for sure. And also, how old is the Bible? How old is the Bible?
How old is the Bible?
How old is the Bible?
The Bible is the beginning.
No, how old? No. How old is the Bible?
The Bible has no date or expiration.
No, it does have a date. How old is the Bible?
It's fulfilling prophecy now.
No, how old is the Bible? Please answer that question. Because if you answer that question, you're going to see that at one time your Bible didn't exist. Answer that question. We know we're going to give you 6,000 years. We're going to give you 6,000 years. The Bible's not years old. We gonna give you 6,000 years. We have pyramids that predate the Bible. So at one time your Bible didn't even exist.
If you believe it, you can prove that the Bible has a set date to it.
Hey, so what? How old is the Bible, yo? Because I've heard other people. I've heard other Christians say. I've heard other Christians say how old the Bible was. So the Bible has a date, a beginning date.
Right. Well, I gotta get off of here, bro. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I know you gotta get up off of here. I know you do.
I'm gonna do the purpose of what
again, how old is the Bible? You can't answer that question because you know if you answer that question, you're gonna see that one time your Bible did not exist. And if your Bible did not exist, that means it came from somewhere. It came from somewhere.
Here. But how can something not exist and then suddenly be here? It makes no sense.
Because man created the Bible. God did not write that Bible. God didn't write that Bible. You know that.
Yeah, I know God didn't write it, but
man wrote it. Man wrote that Bible, right? Again, like I said, when you show me how old that Bible is, you're going to see that there's pyramids. You're going to also see there's other spiritual texts.
Show me someone from ancient Kemet or prior that was in the presence of God and saw God's hand part.
Again, bro. Again. We don't view God in the same way as God.
If this is a lie, not true, then why is there no other book to contradict that? Why is there no other book to contradict that?
Hey, Damon. Hey,
yeah.
I asked him a question. I asked him how old was the
Bible.
Bible.
I already know.
He can't give me
I see.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Hey, look at you already sweating. Look at you sweating already.
He's sweating. He gone. All right, Keith. It was good talking
to you. Don't run from this fire.
Hey,
don't run from no fire.
Damon, let's keep on going. Let him get up off of here and let's keep on going. Let's recap right quick.
And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. The sons of God, the fallen angels, saw the daughters of men.
Now watch this, hold on though.
And they took them wives of
Damn, he can't even tell us how old the Bible is, bro.
Which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, which also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God, fallen angels, came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were men of old and men of renown. These are your people of the ancient Egyptians, Kemetics, all these.
Who said that? Oh, stop! Don't be trying to add nothing. Who said that?
That's what the men of old and men of renown.
No.
God saw that the wickedness of man was.
Man wrote that, bro. You just now said man wrote that. God did not write that. Man wrote that. Man wrote that. That's what man wanted you to know. Man, God did not write that book, bro. Man did not write that. God did not write that. Man wrote that.
Hold on, let him finish.
You just said that.
Man and the beast and the creeping thing in the clouds of the air will repent.
Now check this out.
Now I'm gonna take you to the book of Enoch now that was taken out.
Hold on. I just want to say one thing.
Hey, Damon. Now he just ranting, bro. Now he just ranting. Come on, bro.
What you getting your information from?
I'm reading from Genesis 6.
So that's where your proof at, right? That's your proof.
And now I'm gonna take you to Enoch that was taken out of the Bible by the Roman Catholic Church prophecy religion.
So these are your proofs.
For this specific reason, because they didn't want people to know the truth.
So you saying that's facts?
So I'm gonna take you to the book of Enoch, which is mentioned in
not even following protocol now with that name, bro. He not got him, bro. You just can't let him just keep going and not even. He just ranking, bro.
That's we gonna rank it. Hey, Keith.
Enoch chapter 6.
Hey, hold on. Check this out. Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna show you something. You just hold on for a minute. Since you reading all this, I'm gonna go to the book of Enoch, and I'm gonna read what you want me to read.
I'm with chapter 6. Follow along with me.
All right.
Now this is gonna contrast and correspond right off of Genesis chapter 6.
Damn, this is what you do.
Yeah.
See how old the book of Enoch is. See how old it is.
It's not.
How old that book is.
I'll let you know that these were angels that came down, that were cast out of heaven to earth, and that these angels had sex with women, and they taught man science, technology, arts, all of the different things. And in the world, and man became corrupt because of that, and you had hybrid beings, giants, all these different things, and people that were ultimately part of the civilizations to Kemetic and prior that were built, that were able to build and do what they do. That's why when Jordan posted that post, you saw them, the crowns on with the different stuff on their head, all of that you saw in that post from Jordan. Those are all men of renown. Those are all the entities that were established after these angels cohabitated with women and created these hybrid giant Nephilim beings. So in Enoch 6, and it came to pass when the children of man have multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautifully and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, sons of God, angels, children of heaven, that's the same thing, saw and used and lusted after them, lusted after the woman, and said to one another, let us choose wives from among the children of men and begot us children. And Shamaja was an angel.
Hold on.
Was the leader.
Hold on, where you at?
I'm in Enoch chapter 6.
6 what?
Enoch just chapter 6. I'll start over.
No. I read number 3, rebels among the watchers. And it came to pass when the sons of men had increased, that in those days were born to them.
No, Enoch. I don't know I'm looking at what you pulled up. This don't look like Enoch.
That's the book of Enoch.
Enoch from the Apocrypha.
All right, you want to go to the Apocrypha?
Yeah, that's why I'm in. Yeah.
I got that too.
That's
hey, but this is the actual book of Enoch.
Right, the actual book of Enoch, yes.
So that's what I'm reading from right now.
So what does verse 1 say?
And it came to pass when the sons of men had increased, that in those days were born to them fair and beautiful daughters.
Okay, let me read my first sentence. It's pretty much the same. Let me read it. And it came to pass when the children of men, sons of men, angels, had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful.
Hold on, bro.
Hold on, wait.
How can it be 2 different books?
Yeah, now you say how yours read.
And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters.
All right, you added some more stuff the first time.
Okay, so yeah, it's probably one word off. It's the same thing. All right, let's go to verse 2. I'll read my verse 2 first. Can I read my first?
Go ahead.
And the angels, sons of God, according to the Bible, sons of God, according to Enoch, the book that was taken out, angel. The children of heaven, sons, heaven, God the Father.
Hey man, look here, stop. Okay. Read the verse.
You gotta teach. I gotta teach.
You ain't teaching nothing, man. Just read the verse. I got good comprehension.
Okay. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, the woman, and said to one another, come let us choose wives from among the children.
What about the? All right, then you talking about the woman. What about the gay ones? I know they don't fuck the dudes. So I mean, what about the gay angels? They all didn't want no woman.
Okay, but we gonna get to that side of the Gomorrah. That's
hold on. See, my thing is this. You keep going on these backtrack stories about this and about that. We know the Bible. What we're trying to say is this. You only going to the Bible in reference of what they said. And what they're actually doing is eradicating black people. Wait a minute, hold on.
To the Bible in the book of Enoch to prove what I said. If you let me finish, because you are trying to suggest that I'm not telling the truth. I'm lying. So
you're not. Hold on. You're not telling the truth. You're reading from. Wait a minute.
I'm going to prove.
Hey, Keith, listen to what I'm saying. This ain't for you to prove. This the Bible, and you're reading the Bible. You can't prove the Bible. Now you might believe what's in the Bible, but you can't prove what's in the Bible.
Right. You're right.
All right.
I can't prove anything.
All right. So stop trying to.
Hold on. I'm not. No.
But you are.
What I'm doing is showing you that what I said is not something that's fairy tale and made up.
What you read.
You go to a book to confirm what I said.
What you read.
Some random person.
What you read. You are using a random person. Who wrote the Bible?
I'm taking you to a book that was written.
You written by several people.
Hey, who wrote the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? Who wrote
by
that?
several people.
Who wrote that?
No, hold on. You keep on making these statements about you running to a Bible that was written by several people that been translated 10,000 times through history, been added, taken away from. The cat that got the same Bible with different books in it. Man, you got to be, listen, Keith, do you get paid for being disillusioned?
And the angels, the children of heaven saw and lusted after them and said to one another, come let us choose wives from among the children of man, and beget us children. And Shemaja, that's what I got cut off early. Shemaja was a fallen angel. He was their leader.
Where he at now?
He said unto them,
where he at now?
Not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone will have to pay the penalty of great sin, because God instructed Shemaja and the other angels not to cohabitate with women and not to do what they did.
So where they at now?
And they all answered him, all the other angels answered Shemaja the leader and said, let us all swear an oath and all bind ourselves by mutual implications, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. This thing meaning go down to the earth and cohabitate with women that God instructed them not to do. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by mutual implications upon it. And they were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit.
Hey, Keith, hold on, wait a minute. How do you know that this is true? How you know this ain't just a story? Have you seen fallen angels lately? Have you seen sons coming down here messing with them?
Did you say something, Antonio?
No, he don't want to say nothing no more. You ain't listening. You be rambling. I don't know. You just don't. You want to make yourself right, but you're not paying attention.
I'm not telling y'all to go research some random person. I'll go watch a video.
But you are. Hold on. But hold on. You keep on talking about somebody random. But
you want me to go read?
It shows me that regardless of what somebody tell you, you're not trying to search for no truth. You're going to sit there like them white folks want you and defend that stupid ass Bible to the death.
Okay.
That's your downfall.
I'm going to finish up because I'm going to fulfill my purpose. So
you ain't making no purpose. You really don't know how ignorant you looking, because you know it ain't just me and Stovall that think like this. We wake up.
And they called him out because they're sworn and bound themselves by mutual impression. And these are the names of the leaders, the names of the angels, the chiefs of 10.
Hold on, Antonio.
I can't even pronounce all these. I'm gonna fast forward to chapter 7. So the angels had come together in agreement that they were gonna go against God.
Antonio, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Chapter 7.
Yeah,
all the others together with them took.
Hey,
I don't know what the hell this dude
bro.
But because the truth is here in Enoch, a book that's mentioned, a name that's mentioned, and book that is mentioned in the Bible but not in it. This is taken out of the book for a reason.
I don't think dude gonna ever want to get the truth. He don't want no truth.
The real.
I think he just like to hear himself talk.
That you guys should be hating, not what I'm propagating and trying to present. That the Roman Catholic Church is responsible for. But anyway, and all the others together with them took unto themselves wives and each chose.
Hey, what you got going on for the day, man?
They began to go in unto them and to defile them.
What you got going on, Antonio?
And they taught them charms.
I ain't going, bro. Cleaning up. Upcoming
what I was saying.
Upcoming school
and
week.
They went into them.
I'm trying to see how I can shut his ass up.
Because again, they already disobeyed God, so now they have a defiled spirit. And
hey, bro, you should,
yeah,
like you should do him. He don't know.
With plants. They became pregnant and they bare great giants whose height was 3,000 ells.
All right, that ended up. Well, this is crazy.
That right there is I usually don't even do these type of dialogues, bro, because of that type of stuff right there. We ain't get nowhere. We ain't get no understanding, brother. He didn't even want to listen to the references.
You want to stand on it.
So I don't know, man. That's why I don't discuss religion, bro. I don't discuss religion on Facebook because of that.
And the problem is you can't have a decent conversation with any one of them. You know, you can't really have a conversation with them, and for them to actually have an open mind and sit down and have an open discussion about that.
And it's one of those things, bro. Like, it's not like we didn't come from that school of thought. We all came from that. Like, we all understand it.
Exactly. We've been there.
We've been there.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but hey, it's a new day. I mean, it's not the point that we disrespect or not appreciate the spirituality of what we learned while we was Christian.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a broader aspect.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, especially when you start getting knowledge of self or who you are, where you actually come from.
And you gotta understand. You gotta understand too, like the ancient Kemites seen God different from how we view God in Judaism beliefs, Christianity, right. Islam, etc. Like they view God differently. So it's like it's kind of hard to like make that comparison or even try to have the type of conversation if you haven't taken the time to understand how the ancient Kemites seen God.
Because they don't put themselves in that type of mind frame.
Yeah. They
don't look at themselves as gods. So, but that's just like a program. That the program is so deep and so plugged in their head. You know, like a virus. If you try to tell them any truth, they automatically kill the virus. Like, oh, no, okay. And the Bible teaches them not to think. My ways is not your ways, so don't worry about what you hear. And it tell you, it warns you. It's going to be many gods come in my name. So it's telling you in so many words that I'm going to keep you enslaved. I'm going to keep you in this condition because your ancestors disobeyed me. So if you find any favor, meaning if you get a good job and you make a little bit of bread, that's a blessing. Appreciate that. But other than that, I'm gonna kick you in the head and put this foot on your neck and keep your ass down. And that's just the way it's gonna be until you go to, you know what I'm saying? And it's only implemented in those areas where they got slavery, and most of the slaves is black.
How old is the Bible? Hey, bro, how old is the Bible though? Go ahead.
I give it 10,000 years and it's still young.
You've
I
been extra nice. I was gonna
yeah,
say
I'm being generous.
6,000. I was gonna
Yeah.
give him 6,000.
Yeah, I tell him that I give him 10,000 and you still missing in the wind.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta understand at one time the Bible didn't exist on this planet, and people were still living. Our ancestors were still living in harmony with nature, with the cosmos.
Exactly.
The Bible is an afterthought. They have to understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. But you still gotta embrace those who came before you. That's all I'm saying. Embrace those who came before you.
But that's why I got to a point that we're so disconnected. And I think they did that for the fact to disconnect us from each other. As long as you keep us divided and thinking in all different type of ways, we can never connect with each other. And that's why black people always have a time why we can't stick together. Because we're taught to be disconnected. We don't have no culture. Our culture gone. Our identity gone. Actually, that's what's killing us. Identity crisis.
Yeah.
So people try to fit in where they can fit in at. You know, you see a black girl nerdy hanging around white folks. I mean, she confused. She don't know who the hell she gonna hang with, but it is what it is. I met a black dude yesterday in the U-Haul. He said he from France. So I said, you ain't got no African blood in you, not near a bit. He said, no, I'm from France. And he's African. I'm like, oh my God. So that's just how deeply it's ingrained. And it's just not in America. It's all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the sad part. You got Guyaners or anybody come from Africa, they straight Christian. And you can't tell them no different. And you from the homeland. You don't know them. Come on.
Colonialism. You gotta understand how like colonialism it spread around the world. So that's why you saying like even in Ghana, even certain places in Africa, you got like some Africans who are straight Christian and straight Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell them nothing else. They don't. But there are a lot of Africans in Africa that are starting to wake up to their traditions, to their roots, and to their true spirituality. Just like here in America, how we waking up. They're waking up too.
Exactly. And it's slow, but I mean, eventually in your DNA, it's gonna start reprogramming itself back to its original self.
Yeah.
So it takes some people slower than others. That's all.
Yeah. Like I said, I try to stay away from bashing people's because people they're real passionate about what they believe in. And you know what I'm saying? So me personally, I try to stay out of that type of conversation. But when brothers like Keith, I've viewed him, observed him on Facebook before, and he'd just be saying like some off the wall type of stuff that don't even make sense. This comes from a lot of understanding.
Right.
He had about ancient Kemet.
I just be laughing at the words he be trying to utilize, like he trying to throw somebody off with all these explicit words. He make a whole long sentence just to describe one thing and put everything in one, and then you can never get him to actually. All right, I heard what you said, but wait a minute. You tell him something to give him information, you know exactly what you said, and continue to go. And to be honest with you, all your proof is coming from a Bible.
From the Bible. Bro.
Another reliable source. Nothing. If that's the only proof you got, why are you asking us for proof?
It's not a historical. He got to understand there's a difference between biblical history and historical history. One is based on belief. The other one is based on actual facts, which So.
Exactly.
But yeah, bro.
And the books with the facts he don't want to read.
Nah, he don't want to read those. Because this book right here is based on scholarship. This is a book by these brothers called University of Kemet Press. My aunt, The Guiding Principles of Moral Living. This book right here is based off of just straight evidence and scholarship. So this not even talking about spirituality. This is not talking about religion. This is talking about actual facts, what happened in history.
Right.
So
and I tell people that if we learn to love each other, not being jealous and doing all that crazy, and learn to really You know how powerful that can be spiritually?
Yeah, bro.
Everybody become like-minded on one page, accomplishing one goal, doing things that we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see us to that get to that level. But
yeah, because if they stole the wheel, we can make another one. I mean, everything they got from us. So it's not like we don't have the mind and capability to take it back. But we just got to all be on the same page to do it. And just like you said, the brothers over there in Africa, which is our homeland anyway, they wake up. And they want us to wake up. And once we wake up and unite, United States is done. It's a wrap.
Yeah, man.
But I hate watching aliens and all I hear is the extraterrestrial. They'd rather give it to E.T. than give it up. They won't say nothing about black, nothing in it. They had to have communication with E.T. Now, I want to ask them a question. How come you think that information lost? How come you think you don't really know the answer? Because they killed the ancestors back in the days and took what they can and they didn't go no further.
Have you ever heard of the Dogons before?
Dogons?
Yeah.
I heard of them, yeah.
Yeah. The Dogons are some of the ones who actually, this is the thing though, check this out, bro. This is the thing. A lot of people think that the information and knowledge that was in Kemet has been lost. However, when Kemet started to fall, certain tribes, certain groups of people started to migrate to different parts of West Africa. So when you study the Dogon, when you study the Yoruba tradition, when you study the Ashanti, the Dagomba people, what you're going to notice is they all say one thing: we came from the Nile Valley. And how do we know this is for sure? How do we know they are what they're saying is right and exact? When we study their culture, when we study their language, when we study their stories, when we study their spiritual systems, when we study their dance, their music, they all have some type of reference point back to Kemet. So Kemet is not, the information in the Kemet did not all die off. It's still being practiced in different places in West Africa.
Right.
So a lot of people don't know that.
But they destroyed actually with Alexandria when it gave people the time to actually learn their craft and be able to explore their mind, especially when it comes to like telepathy, meditation, and all the telekinesis. A lot of stuff that was passed down to us, we wasn't able to learn. And even though you see a few people that got that craft, especially the magic people, the magicians, now they doing a little mind craft, little mind bender. They doing a little something. They know a little something. But they always tell us it's bad. Voodoo is bad. Everything they come is bad. But you doing it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is this, bro. When we look at the actual history, Christianity and Islam has killed more people, has raped more people, has robbed more people than any religion, any religion in the world.
Right.
So
and that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
But yeah,
don't let them people know that. Those Christians don't believe that stuff.
No, they not. I mean, it is what it is. I love my Christian brothers, my Muslim brothers, and Hebrew Israelite brothers, and even though they try to act like they the only way and the best way, which is not, I still got love for them because they trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out like everybody else. They want to feel special, bro. That's all it is. They not special. We all special.
Exactly.
We all special.
We are, and then don't realize it. We even most powerful and special together. And they don't understand when you stop fighting on something that's. I understand the Hebrew Israelites. You're trying to put yourself in the Bible. If you understand the Bible is just a story, then you wouldn't be trying to put yourself in the implicate of the Bible. We're not slaves. We wasn't born in no sin. We ain't supposed to be going through all this stuff. The only thing about the Hebrew Israelites, they're ready to put them crackers into slavery. Oh, y'all crackers gonna get enslaved. Y'all gonna be enslaved. Yeah. That's what the Bible says. It's gonna be y'all turn. Ain't nobody got time for no slavery. We got to save the earth first.
Yeah, we gotta save the earth. You're right.
They killing the earth right now. We need to save earth. Fuck the slavery shit. We need to get rid of these people that's siphoning and sucking the earth out of this life.
Did you know that at one time, bro, when you start studying ancient texts, at one time the idea of the world ending, that never existed. Only when the Abrahamic belief systems come into play is when they start creating the idea that the world would end. Before Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all those beliefs, that idea never existed because our ancestors knew that everything is constantly moving in a cycle. Energy can't be created or destroyed. So you can't, there will never be an end time in the world because that doesn't happen. Life will always be here on Earth. We may not be here on Earth, but life will continue to still be here.
And they don't realize they talk about the eon. They talk about the end of ages. Like right now, we're still in the year of Pisces, and next gonna be, Aquarius gonna be next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
And they don't even see. Like I hear people that argue about the Bible, but I bet you ain't never one of them really read the Bible. And that's the sad part. I read it 3 times. I'm not. I like when Keith be arguing. I did that already. I don't had arguments and debates with Christians, Islam people. I don't care who it is. I'm a Bible thumper. I like Jesus. You understand? I did that inside. I've been there and defended. Go to every scripture and line it up. Hey, but I said, well, something still missing out of this.
Yeah.
Then I read the book again. I start reading certain stories. So some of the stories just didn't make sense to me. Like, okay, what's his name? The one turned into a Lot, and his wife turned into a pillar of salt.
I don't know.
But he had no offspring, so his daughter had sex with him in order to get offspring.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
So the daughters had to have sex with him for the offspring. Now I said, now that was crazy. Now he having sex with his own kid. I said, stuff just like that don't make no sense to me. So then when you start really reading about God reminds you of the white man. If you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to punish your ass. If I tell you to do this, you better do it or here's the consequences.
Hey, they say, from my understanding, they say God has caused more destruction in the Bible than the devil has.
Of course. He going to trick you then kill you. And the devil ain't really killed nobody. He just say, hey, man, look here. Do you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't worry about it. Do you. And God get mad because you trying to do you. You supposed to be God. You supposed to be a certain people, but you can't save them. Like, that's stupid.
Man.
I told the man, I said, just like if you're a father, you got a child, a daughter. And you say, stop, take them hot ass pants off. Stop wearing them hot ass pants. And every time you see it, she wearing them hot ass pants. So she mess around and get raped. And the father goes, it was shit. Rape her ass some more. She like wearing them hot ass pants. That's how God do you. Or they want to keep disobeying me? Well, keep their ass enslaved. Punish them. Make sure they work every bit for free.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm right here looking at Keith right here. Still.
He's still talking.
Yeah.
He gonna comment for days. He gonna keep on writing.
He said, "Show me actual facts that Jesus didn't exist as God on earth. All those people sold God's chosen people, Hebrews, into slavery." Dang.
All those people sold God's chosen people, Hebrews, into slavery. Dang. All those people sold God's chosen people.
Oh, I forgot we still don't lie.
Hey, man, come on, bro.
Yeah. them. That's mine. Hey, we just talking, Bree. I forgot we was on live still. I think we on Messenger or something.
Yeah. Let me
How
see.
everybody doing?
Yeah. But yeah, man, I usually don't even I usually don't get in these type of conversations, man. Because of brothers like Keith, like he really don't want to understand other people's perspective. He wants to be right. And what I was taught was the person who thinks they're right is the most dangerous person on earth. They dangerous because a lot of people have died great just for the simple fact they thought they were right enough.
Right. But like I told him, I wanted to give him the platform, let him get his stuff out there. So he all right.
Yeah, it's all good.
But one thing about this, somebody else that might watch this video be the one that learn and grow.
Yeah.
Because I know we all been there. We all know.
Oh, I can some books. This is a great book to have. Osiris, Remembering Osir. I got tons of books. If you want to talk about references, I got tons of references. My Guiding Principles of More 11. This is a thick book too. Thick books. Yeah. I got thick books. Thick books. Keith Pullen. I got more too. I got more in my library. I can go get them if you want me to. We just not talking over here. We not just talking over here.
He ain't ready. He ain't ready.
I've been doing this too long, bro. And I studied with some great minds. Great minds. Some powerful people.
Hey, Antonio, what's up? Joy Bell said you can speak about the origin of yoga. Keith said it's demonic.
Yeah, speak about the origins of yoga.
Yeah.
All human beings moved, breathe to create energy in their body. All humans did that. All human yoga is something that the word yoga comes from the Indian culture. However, Africans practice yoga too. They didn't call it yoga. They called it Kat Ibi. And check this out, Brother Damon. He talking about yoga is evil. And I can show him information that says that Jesus was a yogi. Jesus practices from certain forms of yoga. He doesn't understand what yoga is.
Right.
He doesn't. Yoga is just a form of mental, physical, and spiritual exercise to keep your body limber, to keep your mind open, and to keep your spirit strong. That's all yoga is at the end of the day.
Right.
And origins can be connected back to Africa. I mean, I got a book in my office called Per Ankh. Per Ankh is the oldest initiation or mystery systems in the world. And these are schools that were in ancient Kemet, in ancient Egypt.
Right.
And when you were going into these schools, bro, you had to learn yoga, you had to learn meditation because of all the information that you were going to be exposed to help balance your emotions, to help you become more relaxed and more focused, etc. So yoga and meditation was actually a part of the curriculum in the mystery.
That's real.
So the brother Keith, he may need to practice yoga because he may be stiff. He may need to learn how to clear his mind because at nighttime he can't go to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? He may have heart high blood issues.
Right.
So he may need, instead of calling something demonic without true understanding, he probably want to open his mind to it so he can reap the benefit from it. Because if check this out, bro. If Christians were God's chosen people, why are they some of the unhealthiest people in America? How come when we can go to any church in Roanoke and you will see that majority of the people that's in that church are on some type of medication. They have some type of dis-ease. So if these people are God's chosen people, how come they are some of the sickest people in America?
Exactly. Because the church right here is not a community thing. It's all about money and teaching something that, all right, if you teach a story about life, In life in this society, we go ups and downs. It's gonna be good days, it's gonna be bad days. That's just life itself. So when you teach about it, I mean, there's nothing newer than the sun. I mean, we all been through it. But people paying money for you to tell them something that they already should know, it's crazy. Now, music moves our soul. You know, we love music. So them couple of spirituals and stuff like that, go to clapping and stuff like that, go to moving the spirit, building up that energy, like you were saying. They just transferring it to something else.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, bro. They're doing it. That's a form of yoga within itself. But again, the brother Keith don't understand what it is. So instead of him trying to understand what it is, he judges it. He tries to criticize it, and that shows his ignorance. And that's why he's kind of exposed. And people are telling him that he need to calm down because he just be everywhere.
But for some reason, that's why I wanted to put him in the spotlight and get him an opportunity. Because I want him to realize that when people look at him, this is what you got representing you. And he's not saying nothing. He's not really looking at, he's not being, this is what I don't understand about, especially Christians. If God taught you to be meek and humble, being able to slow to speak and quick to listen, these are guys that they taught you. Those who have ears, let them hear. Those, all this stuff the Bible teaches you, but yet when you have a conversation, you go blank. You can't understand anything. You can't comprehend anything. You can't retain any information because automatically it's a rebuttal. Oh, no. As soon as you open your mouth, oh, no, that's not. But you want us to listen to a scripture in the Bible for you to interpret the scripture the way you want to interpret it.
Yeah.
And take that scripture that you interpreted as actual fact.
And you go get another Christian who read that same exact scripture and they'll tell you something totally different.
Totally different. That's why I told him, I said, I'm going to show you how Christianity is dividing people. You can take 10 pastors, put them in the room together, give them one subject, and all of them be on a different page. They couldn't even agree on the same thing. How godly is that?
Even if God was in the room with them, they still wouldn't be able to agree with it.
No. No. You can show them right there, put them in their face. Hey, this is what it is. Oh, no. And someone be ready to fight. How dare you talk about my Jesus? Like, I'll beat the hell out you. Man. I done seen people want to fight.
That's sad, man. It shouldn't be that.
But you supposed to be, and they supposed to be a Christian. It's sad. Because a true Christian will listen.
Yeah.
And if it don't sound right, if it sounds right with the spirit, then think about it, man. You know, it could be a possibility. I don't know. Let me study to show thyself approved.
Yeah.
A word that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay, you said this, but let me study that. Let me see. Let me read some more on this. Oh. And then when they get to a point, and you ain't doing nothing but upgrading your spirituality. Okay, you started in one spot. Yeah. And next thing you know, now you elevating. Mm-hmm. Now you getting the understanding. Now you're getting ready to the next level. And they don't see it as that.
He want to be right, bro. That's it. He just want to be right.
He ain't the only one, though.
No.
I met quite a few on the same way. I don't know how many pastors that wanted to fight me. Because I don't agree with them. And then I told them, the Bible is a good book, but it's contradictions all over the book, and you can poke holes in it all day long. All day long. To me, I just felt like that's how they wrote themselves into history. because they didn't even have a history from the beginning. As soon as they came off the Caucasus Mountain, they was buck wild. They was crazy. And a civilized man can't fight no, what they call them people? A savage.
Savage, yeah.
I mean, yeah, how can you be the savage? I mean, especially when you're a civilized man. And that's the only reason why they even got over. So we civilized. But come on, man.
Okay.
They don't care. They'll die. They'll die for nothing. They still like that. They'll kill for anything. They don't care nothing about that.
But
They're
yeah,
real
man.
evil.
Yeah, man. I'm about to get up out of here and about to give me some rest, man. It was a good
Man,
build.
man. A good conversation with you, man.
Yep. Take care, brother.
You too, my brother.
All right, peace.